Hey guys, Stealth here, and welcome to episode 7 of Sparky vs. Stealth, AirLand Battle campaign. We're just starting out with a new conflict. This is my 362nd Guards Motorized Regiment versus the 20th Engineer Brigade. I don't have too many starting points, Sparky has more. The map is tricky, so we're just going to see how it goes. And of course this video is being recorded on live stream, which means that you can either watch it now or you can watch it later if you're watching the video of it. At any rate, chat will be rolling up on stream, or why do I keep saying that? It's going to keep rolling up on screen.
Okay.
Evening, Largezo.
I want to see what I have in this deck.
Yeah, I think the last episode we recorded was quite a while ago. Alright, and for those of you watching, if I do not push to talk, then Sparky will not hear me talk. So right now, I'm not talking to him, I'm just talking to you.
Oh, no.
That's a lot of Gvostikas.
I
I don't have too many starting points, so I'm not going to venture out too far.
don't know.
This area is quite difficult to attack or defend from, so I'm just going to hold up here.
This probably.
Yeah, what's your plan?
I'm not telling you that.
No?
No. I've changed my tune when it comes to notifying people of my plans.
You can plant fobs on a slope? Interesting. 2 books. Shoot down some aircraft. What do I have for air? I have a lot of air power. 27S, 29S, 27K, 24s. That's a lot of aerial firepower. This battle group can actually work. Okay, so if I'm going to defend this part, maybe add some tanks in there just for good measure. Not together. Spread out. Also reconnaissance. Exceptional optics could work here if I keep them somewhere defended. So right at the front line. Anyway, I'm going to try to make my way to these buildings over here. These over here. And these here. My objective is to push him out of Oslo, but that's probably going to prove difficult. I don't know what this battle group has. So for now I'm just going to move up. Consolidate my hold on Gregory. And stay there. For that I'm not going to immediately go with a command vehicle. I'm going to go with a couple of T-72B1s. I can deploy plenty of Rezvedka. Or Rezvedki, as the plural apparently should be. And in case he goes after me with air power, these have 2450, these have 1925, so it's going to have to be Bruises. Though I'm not a big fan of those. Recce, tanks, infantry. If I could plunk down some infantry with manpads over there, that could be a nice deterrent to his force. So I can buy exactly 1. Never mind, not going to do that. Okay, this is going to be a small-ish force. I also need to keep my eye on this flank, because if he somehow decides to go for a helo rush, he can get there fairly quickly. I cannot afford another Bayusa. I can afford a Strela. Let's deploy a Strela. Alright, now since you guys are watching a stream, or some of you guys might, I'll try to pay as much attention to it as possible, but during the battle I might not be able to interact with you as much as I would like, because I still have to kick Sparky's ass. Ready when you are?
Yeah. Ready to go.
Alright, so I want to go here, into this tree line with my T-72Bs. I want to have one of my BMP-1s go over there, also float the Rezvedka and hide in the woods. You're going to stay here, you're going to sit over there. All my Bruces are currently turned on. This is when I really miss that quick key for turning them off. Alright, listen up. You're gonna sit over there. There's 3 of you. You're the lead tank. The second one, sit over there. And the one trailing behind everybody else, gonna move you here. And we'll just see how it develops for the moment. Now these BMP-1Ps are not that much there for supporting the infantry, but they're here for the conkers. Anything gets too close, that conkers is, well, supposed to smack them. Whether they exactly fulfill that purpose remains to be seen. And I'm going to send these guys over here to drop off some infantry and potentially create an ambush situation. So this is just going to see how the situation develops. You, get over here, unload, drop off. Oh, we already have contact. Hey, that's my trick. I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, artillery?
Yeah, the massed artillery swarms, you know.
Ah, one has to fire at will when one can.
When one has no other targets, you mean?
Precisely.
I, for one, do not mind dragging this battle out a little longer, so I can position my units over here into Gregory. What? Hold on. He doesn't have Oslo. He doesn't have Oslo. You, move up. What does he have? Aarhus and Bergen. See, this is what I mean. I'm tired, I'm off point. And I'm just trying to keep my shit together, but whether that's going to work remains to be seen. If I can capture this, that's a good additional 4 points of income. I don't even need Greg. You, move over there. I'm gonna drop you off over here. Now, if I remember correctly, this whole engineer battle group had a lot of high HE damage weapons. Meaning that against infantry they're very, very lethal. If you put them up against a bunch of tanks, they might not be so impressive all of a sudden. Because they don't really do that much damage against tanks. Not sure about his airborne capabilities. How that is going to develop, I don't know. But so far I haven't seen much. It's time to change that. Let's get another Rezvedka out. I don't really want the Mi-2, because I only have 2 of them. I prefer to send those in when I absolutely have to. When I need eyes on something very quick. Well, very quick. I mean, 220 is not particularly quick. But it's faster than anything else I have wheel-based or ground-based. Was I surprised by the arty? Yeah, I was. I was not expecting that artillery barrage at all. Okay, these are in cover, these are in cover. I'm going to need the reconnaissance up there. The other one. Where are we going to move you to? See, line of sight is spotty on this map at best. I'm gonna move him over there. Oh, contact. Shit, I just moved all of my anti-air the other way. That's only gonna take him forever to get there. Alright, you're gonna park in the woods. See, if I was Sparky, I'd say, hey, these woods look safe, don't they? And I'd deploy some infantry there. Pretend like I'm weak in that sector and then neutralize a command vehicle. Whether he's going to do that, I don't know. He might. Alright, there's my additional unit. You're close enough. Get out of there. Now, this is what I mean with line of sight being terrible. Hold on. Rude. Oh, target. Not a valid target, though. Let's see if I can shoot down the Kiowa. Potentially with a fighter. But they're a little too expensive at the moment. Spark is just going to turtle, yeah, and the problem is he can turtle as long as he wants to. Because I'm the one who has to attack. He is not. But he's not watching his recon birds. One down. He's going to see this Rozvedka move into position. Now, if his units are going to fast move down this position, they come up on, or kind of come down on this road. So I'm going to move my Rozvedka to here. Drop them off. And have them walk the rest of the way there. Holy crap. More arty party. I think he saw that thing. Let's put a bird in the air. See if I can shoot down that Kiowa. I know he doesn't have, or I think he doesn't have too many of those aircraft. And Kiowas are very good at scouting shit. Oh, heavy hogs. Interesting. One down. Fuck. Of course he saw that. Oh, that was big AA. Splash one. He has his anti-air or his air picket line set out very well today. I mean, I'm just scoring a couple of Hueys, but other than that, it's not really that impressive. What is impressive is the accuracy on this aircraft. They might... He landed that thing. They might have changed that when compared to the newer versions of Wargame. Really? That really hurt. Okay. Send out SU-24. Rozvedka. Move, move, move. I'm going to deploy some artillery of my own. And this is why I have 2 fobs. I want to be able to shoot back at him. There's the SU-24. He should be seeing the SU-24 come in right about now. Shit. What the hell shoots at an angle like that? Well, that would be a fighting falcon. Ooh, get out. I got him. Not getting out. He's just turtling. My deck has no seed. No, that was a seed aircraft. The SU-24. And this area is almost entirely blind. ACAV. I need to hit that thing and put it out of the fight. The problem is, if I do that, then he might... Oh, hold on. There's his seed. This is why I have all of those things turned off. See, if he flies past, I can turn it on. What? Oh, the other one's not turned off. That was spotty. And this was lucky, by the way. The fact that he did not neutralize that AA gun. Now, Sparky's really paying attention that I'm going to be expecting artillery inbound any second now. Let's get my Vostikas ready. Where's that AK? There we go. Right on cue. Or actually, no, that was my Rozvedka walking right into the fire. He secured Constantine. Oh, he's capturing sectors. Fair enough, he can do that. I still really want my infantry up there. This tree line, if you can call it that. My artillery leaves a little something to be desired. Move. I want another fighter ready. Where am I gonna go? We're just probing each other's lines at the moment, not really making any dedicated moves just yet, because I wouldn't be surprised if he has most, if not all, of the map just covered with ambushes. I mean, I would. I would set up choke points all over the place. Regroup. Yeah, it might be tempting to stream snipe, but I do not think that he's doing that. He wouldn't do that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Where are you? Oh, there you are. He's evacing the Weasel, which means I can turn my AA back on and provide a little bit of assistance against that, what I... Oh! Napalm bird. I'm trying to burn the house down again. Shit.
What house am I trying to burn down?
I don't know. Where's that phantom going?
It's evacuating. I was it left the milk in the out on the counter. It didn't put it in the fridge, so I had to run home.
Ah, yeah, fair enough.
Happens, you know.
Yeah, it makes sense. There's another Kiowa. He might spot these guys. So we can send in yet another aircraft. Can I back him up with a fighter? This thing is not really a dedicated fighter, but it can do the role. Hang on, I'm paying more? No, almost as much for a 29S as I'm paying for an SU-27S. Holy fuck. I only just realized that these things have 12 out of 12 accuracy. No wonder they're so fucking accurate. This has changed in Red Dragon. And quite a bit too. 12 out of 12. Damn, I'll take it. I also want to take some more sectors, but I don't really know where to go. Greg is not that valuable. Where's that arty party going? Just the general vicinity of my units. Yeah, he's just messing with me here, not really doing any severe damage. Alright, let's get that Kiowa out of the sky. So my Rezvetka can move up and potentially spot something here, although... yeah, from this hill they might be able to see something. 27S, you're going in. 24, you're going to continue and assist. Yeah, he's running. Oh, here's the fighter. Fighting Falcon got him. But can I? No, I cannot make it out. Crap. So what are you using for anti-air? Oh, he's not telling. Whoa. Definitely not flying over Bergen again. 260, 210. Get out. Let's just mess up that town a little. Maybe I hit something. Another ACAV. Relocate. Change fire mission. ACAV now. Not sure if it's going to be a corrected shot, but when they spotted it, it was. Potentially it'll be a temporarily.
Fucking... Duh.
Problem?
I have 2 F4 Phantoms in my deck, and I keep thinking the Wild Weasel one is the Napalm one. It's really annoying. I keep sending out the wrong aircraft.
Speaking of which... all my AA was turned on. Uh-oh. He's trying to barbecue these boys. Yep, and he has those guys up. I keep forgetting how big this map actually is. I think my aircraft are going to be there in about 20-30 seconds, but it takes them almost a full minute to reach the position where I want them. These guys died.
You take their time, alright?
Yeah. I need to capture a sector. Just so I can move a little closer. BRM 1K over there is not going to be safe. But I want that sector anyway. I also want Ivan. So that next episode I can start really pushing from a position which is far closer. Oh, that's been shooting me. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. This engineer deck could be a real problem. I'm not sure if he's bolstering this position yet. He might. Oh, yeah, I would say he is. I would say that he is. Drop it.
Bye, Rashvika.
Nope. Yeah. I was just discussing with chat whether you saw that and actually acted on it. Looks like you did.
When you were attacking the, when you attacked the ACAV, I spotted it just as they came up next to the ACAV, so I turned on the guns. And then I had to bring in infantry to deal with it, so...
Can this tank get up there? Over here. Yeah, it might. Prove it to be a pretty good firing position. Possibly. Now, I realize that this battle is probably not very interesting to watch. But I don't mind. If I'm moving into a position where I can actually push on him next episode, then I'm happy with that. Which of course begs the question, well then why the hell aren't you pushing him right now? Well, right now I'm focused on capturing multiple sectors on a really, really large map. So I don't really have the forces anywhere to be pushing. Yes, well, you noob, you should have brought more forces in. Yeah, I should have. On one specific area and then get bombed into oblivion by his aircraft. Not terribly enticing. He just captured the next zone. Dimitri. He's probably going to see these T-72B1s, but I'm not sure if he can do something about it. Oh, yeah, he's doing something about it. There's a seed aircraft. Turn all these things off. Oh, hello, Rangers. Crap, he definitely saw that. Come on, birds. Get the Falcon. What? A wild weasel can shoot back at you? Interesting. Okay, this thing got clustered, but only half. Pulled it out in time. Okay. Can I still capture Elena in good time? Possibly not. But I can get a command tank over here and we'll move my wheeled vehicle over there because it's faster. Ivan secure. We're just postponing this battle to the next episode, right?
Pretty much.
Everybody's entrenching, but nobody's actually
we're just
fighting.
Digging in here, nothing is, and I have nothing really to fucking deal with those goddamn tanks.
I keep seeing Rangers and I think, why the hell are there only 2 left? But in this game there's just 2 of them, or just 5 of them.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting they're a reconnaissance unit of 5 guys instead of 10. That again?
What again?
Artillery hail.
Oh yes, that one.
That one. Command tank should get there in time. Let's get the UAZ moving. So far, I still
Why
do
did
have
my
more points,
MLRS just say Stalin's organ? They call us. You're not.
You're blue 4, remember?
You're blue 4.
You're playing for the wrong side if you want to have those things. Oh, there's one. See if I can CV snipe something here in the last couple seconds. And that's not a CV. That's not a CV. Where's his AA? There's his AA. S-24 against Chaparrals. Not really gonna work. So this is just cruelty to small transports. Sorry, cruelty to small transports, not personal. Well, we got almost the entire map captured between the 2 of us, with the exception of Leonid and Feder.
Working on that, don't worry.
In the next 0 seconds?
Oh. Well, that was not great.
Well, postpone it, I guess.
My my F-16 shot down an Su-24 and an Su-27S. So
yeah, he definitely got his money worth. The advantage for me is that I
Okay.
killed 3 of his Kiowas and 1 of his Rangers, 2 of his ACAVs, so he's
Ah.
far less visible or far less capable of getting more information next episode. So yes, there was sort of a strategy behind this one. What's next? Vimmersby.
Oh,
Vimmerby.
it's 2 airborne regiments fighting each other, or 2 airborne. You have an
What's that gonna
independent
look like?
VDV, and I've got the 5th Airborne Brigade of the British
Yep.
Army. British Army.
Paras and Fusiliers.
In Pinsgowers.
Oh, but at least you have the recoilless rifles.
I've also got Pathfinders from the Canadians.
What? In that
Yeah.
battle group?
Yeah. Look at my recon tab.
Oh yeah, are these guys lost?
I think they are.
They were on lease from the Canadians.
Rover Wombats. And I've
What
also
are they
got
doing there? It's the only Canadian unit that you have in
No,
there.
the vehicle tab, the tow.
Yeah?
The M1518
Oh yeah,
tow.
the tow jeep. Mm-hmm. What do
Oh.
I have? I was able to airlift T-62s. Okay.
Of course. But of course.
He's bombing
Oh,
this
man,
place?
This
That's rude.
deck is not great. Let's see, what have I got starting points wise?
Coolest.
Oh,
What does he have for
go with
AA?
that.
Oh, sport. What? You seem to be in dire need of a support tab there, sir.
Yeah.
He does have 16 javelins.
What's your support tab like?
24 units. Known as Grads. Perjusa, Strala. See, I have 2 MiG-31Ms, so I can
It's
shoot
not
down
going to be
stuff
fun then.
from afar. This is going to be a bit of a weird battle, I guess.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean, big?
Interesting.
See, this is tempting. Bringing in 4 Grads and trying to get an early strike on is starting point for him. If I was him, I'd be looking at the map like that. I know I have no real AGGM threat other than my vehicles, which need cover. So I could use this position for AGGM units. I could bolster this town with infantry. So I would deploy infantry in here. Make sure that he doesn't capture it. He being me in this case. So I'm going to fire my Grads at this position. Wipe out as much stuff as I can. And potentially proceed to bomb it with SU-24s. In the meanwhile, let's not have the CV right next to the artillery units. So I'm going to start it with 4 Grads. If I can push him, or at least wipe him out here a little bit, I might be able to rush that sector. But I'm not going to be able to rush it with a lot. I have BMP-2, so that's autocannons. I also have BTR-80s, Spetsnaz, very useful, but limited in number. Sappery, napalm throw, or napalm flamethrower is what we call that only, but I do have Spetsnaz with their RPOs. I also have tanks. Not sure he does. The Sheksna? What the hell is that? I don't recall that being on Wargame Brendryen. As for sectors that I want to capture, I don't have any HGMs, with the exception of those mounted on my vehicles. So I could move into Boris, I could move into Elena, but anything other than that is going to be a bit of an HGM standoff fight. So my first objective is going to capturing this. Hold on. If I'm Sparky, and I have the same initiative and the same starting points as he does, I might surrender Orebro, because I don't really need it. I have Gothenburg, I have Kalmar, and I can just sit back and let Red, well, potentially take over half the map. But at the very least, I buy myself time to bring in more units. I fortunately also have Nonas, which are going to be very handy with their 8 HE. Their rounds are limited at 24. I have 12 resupply jeeps and 1 additional fob. Oh, where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? Spetsnaz VMF, which in this case are a sniper team, so that's still the same as Red Dragon. I have 12 of these exceptional optics jeeps. That's excellent. I'm going to put 1 over there. Potentially with a Berusa, making sure that he doesn't actually push me from over there. And a tank. So it's a small defensive unit, which can be augmented by air power. I'm going to set up some units over here in Boris. I'm going to try to move through these tree lines into Elena. Unfortunately, BMP-2s are not that good at off-roading. They're not wheeled vehicles, they're tracked. Which does give me a bit of armor, but at the same time it also slows my vehicles down to 65 off-road. I'm going to bring in a quad stack of Nonas right from the get-go to support my infantry. I also want to bring over a FOB to, or a CV to Boris so I can get more points, because he's going to start out with more points than I do. I want to capture this town, so we're going to put some VDV in there. A couple of VDV and some Sapri. And I'm going to need a reconnaissance unit guarding this side. The problem is, where do you put it? Maybe reconnaissance along the lines of VDV squads are more useful. So I can deploy VDV in there. Anything that comes down this road is going to get intercepted. And that road is not as harmless as it might seem, because he can move through here, fast move him there, and try to come in from my flank. I can do the same thing to him, but at far greater risk, because this is his resupply point. So this is going to be very difficult for me to get into, and if I do get in, he's going to immediately spawn units on top of me. So that's not really going to be a good option for me to attack along. For the moment, I'm just going to gather more info and see where he is. And we'll take it from there. Ready.
Okay.
Chat's already talking about poisoning you.
See that. I'd rather not be poisoned. Thanks, lads.
Let's see if this hits anything. Look at the pretty lights. If this would hit something, I would expect to hit it with a, or I would expect it to hit a transport. Hold on, he has all sectors? That's 4 CVs, that's 400 points. He does say ow, but I'm not really believing that. And another one? That's 500 points in command vehicles. He's really gone overboard on capturing stuff. These battle groups started out with a similar amount of points, meaning he has as many points as I do, but he has bought far, far fewer units. I can... oh. Killed something. What the... oh, oh. Ow. Oh. Oh. That wasn't as bad as I was expecting. Anyway, at least he knows that these woods are mine. For the moment. If you guys could sort yourselves out amongst these buildings, that'd be lovely. I'm just gonna... oh, 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 oh. That ain't good. Let's give him the good news. Because I do not think that he already deployed a anti-air unit over there. He might have, but it'd have to be really fucking fast. Also, this group does not have any reconnaissance, which is bad news. Alright, the pretty lights are resupplied. That's my new code name for the grounds. Oh, it hit something. Let's push back. It was 15. Oh. Rude. 1 point. That was a transport. That was not a transport. I'm forgetting recon. Yeah, I know. I just had my first official actual work week, so pardon me for being a little tired and off point. But I did warn you at the start of the stream. At least I ambushed a good number of units here. Cease fire. Cease fire. Cease fire. Keep moving. Go, 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 go. Just charge these guys. That's a heck of a lot of firepower. I'm killing 20-point units, so I'm killing infantry inside. Oh, this ain't good. He has a lot of stuff there. And I have nothing and no fast aerial reconnaissance. This could be a real problem. Push to Ivan. Jeez, you think you can hit him with 8 HGMs? Or 8 anti-tank weapons? You're clustering infantry again?
I was clustering the transports that were with the infantry.
What transports?
There was BMPs there, was there not?
No. Maybe.
There's nothing there now anyway.
Flattened it. How many points do you have?
Lots.
I was doing the math and you spent 500 points on CVs and still you have cash?
Yes. I had like 3,000 or 2,000 starting points or something.
I thought we had similar starting points, but apparently not.
Apparently not.
I need to push here, fast. If I can get in there, I might be able to inflict some serious damage. You guys are going to set up an ambush in this town. You're going to come here. You're going to keep moving. Force recon. And I'm really, really nervous about what's coming down this flank. This could be there, but it could also be right over here. Oh, hello. Splash 1.
There goes my CV.
Ah, you got more. One of you goes in there, one of you follows that route. Move. Come on, get on board. Get on the vehicles. In the vehicles. On top of the vehicles. I don't care. Move. Shit. Harrier? He doesn't know what he's trying to hit.
Oh, bollocks.
He has nothing? Interesting. These are a bit more of a bigger threat. Move over Milan's. There you go.
Frequency's open.
Come on. Got him. Hook to Hornet's Nest now. I'll tell you that much. Run for your life. If you want to live. Hold on. How am I getting here? I mean, I don't mind, but I'm a bit surprised. Where's my aircraft? Oh, still taking its sweet time. Alright. SAS. SAS is a good kill. It's reconnaissance infantry with a very dangerous weapon set. It's not really on point today. Can I hit this? That was empty. Hello. Don't mind if I drive through here. It's a Rover Pinky. Come on. Charge. I don't mind if I lose some infantry here. If I can trade that for a bunch of CVs, I'm perfectly happy. Let's send these BMPs to move, but I'm going to move them across. So a direct line instead of moving fast over the hills. Our VDV are still here, mostly. Oh, my aircraft died. Alright. Send up some tanks, get the Pinsgauer out of there. And we're gonna keep pushing. Also, this CV probably came from over here, seeing as how quickly he captured that. So I should probably be able to do some damage. More infantry inbound. I do not look happy. That's infantry killed. That's infantry killed. Keep going. That CV has to be there somewhere. You're gonna have to drive right on top of it to get it. That's another one. It's like I'm rushing him with everything. Keep going. Wait, how's that command vehicle? Somewhere back here, I suppose. I guess he wasn't expecting that. There's all sorts of vehicles coming down this road. Did I get it? No, these guys fired some weapons, but not enough. I barely have any fuel left to go looking for that CV. These vehicles are amazing. Autocannons. Gotta love them. What are you doing, Sparky? How am I being able to drive through here? Okay, so that didn't end well. Hello?
There's nothing, like, I don't know, there's so many fucking roads coming from all different directions, I don't know. I haven't got units in everywhere, like, so I just...
He's getting overwhelmed right where I want him. See, I don't have to push in one location, I can push in all of them with very, very tiny forces. Just sending like 1 or 2 units out each. Oh. And that does not preclude me from suffering the same fate. Charge of the BMPs. It's like we're playing sudden death or something. What the hell? At this point I'm not really sure if we're playing Wargame or sudden death, because we keep nailing each other's CVs and killing very little else. Because I got his CV here too.
Me either, to be honest.
Yeah, he captured that. Holy shit. Run for your life. Charge of the Light Brigade. What? Hold on a second. Yeah, I cannot turn that off, I think. Is it paused for you?
Nope.
Okay. Pathfinders. The Canadians are here. Automatic fire on building, that's it? Okay. Options... No. Apply. I would very much like to keep my fob if I can help it. He said as he immediately proceeded to wipe out his own fob. Shit, strikers! This is my last CV. If this thing dies, I have a bit of a problem. Like a problem and a half. You're gonna
Oh my
You
god!
didn't! What the hell?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
well played
yes.
to you there. Well played. And I thought I was doing quite well, actually. I thought I was actually making quite the move there with all the CVs being killed off.
Yeah, I didn't realise I had killed your CV with those 40 Pathfinders I put around the back. I just kind of sent them in there because I saw where your, what's it called, was firing from, your grads.
Yeah, my grads.
21s, so I moved in there. And I moved them in and tried and kill them, and I ended up getting your CV by pure chance, I'd say, was it? So
yeah, and then you were hunting the second one.
And then I saw you move the CV out of Bravo or whatever it was and move it back, so I said it must be somewhere around there. So I had that little group of 1 scimitar and 2 strikers, and I sent it in to see if I could find something.
Mm-hmm.
Plus I was trying to kill your grads that you were evacuating, so...
Well played.
Okay.
I hope that this battle group's gonna survive, though. I kind of need it.
There's hope for us yet.
Oh, it's been routed.
Routed, okay.
Alright, well that's where I'm going to end this particular episode. I know I already used Sparky's Revenge for this episode, or for this last week's video, but I think this deserves a Sparky's Revenge again, actually.
Sparky's Revenge 2.0.
Sparky's Revenge 2.0, we'll go with that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry for playing terribly, but as I mentioned, I'm very tired. And I hope to see you soon for more Sparky Beats Stealth videos. See you soon.